Hi, I'm glad you found the time to stop by. Truly, I know the rhythm out there beyond that window. I know how many tasks, notifications, and plans you have. The fact that you're here right now, that you've stopped, that is already a small victory. How are you feeling right now? No, don't give the usually I find answer. Try to listen. Is your body tense? Are your shoulders raised? Or do you feel a certain heaviness? Or maybe, on the contrary, something inside is trembling from the rush? Let's do one thing before we begin. Just exhale. Take a deep breath in and a slow, long breath out. Let go of this day. Let go of the to-do list. Imagine that you've taken off a heavy coat and hung it up by the entrance. Here, in Whisper Cafe, nobody demands anything from you. You don't need to be efficient. You don't need to be the best version of yourself. You can just be. You know, I was watching the kitchen today, watching how the scents blend in the air, and I thought about the world balance. It's such a trendy world now, isn't it? Work-life balance, harmony. We were told that our lives should be perfectly balanced, like a skill frozen at one point. And if your skills are shaken, you feel guilty, right? You feel like you're not coping, like everyone around you is living this ideal, picture perfect life, while you have chaos. But tell me honestly, have you ever seen anything in nature that is perfectly static? A tree that doesn't sway in the wind, an ocean that is frozen still. Statics is death. Life is movement. And I also thought we often try to cook our lives according to a very strange recipe. We want it to have only the right ingredients, only success, only joy, only productivity. But imagine a dish that consists only of sugar. Is that actually tasty? Can you really be satisfied by that? Let's talk about that today. About what flavors your life actually consists of, and why you need all of them, even the ones you try to hide. Let's start with the most pleasant one: sugar. In our lives, sugar is achievement. Remember that feeling when you cross a task off your list, when you close a difficult project, when someone tells you, "Well done." Can you feel that sweet taste? That's dopamine. That's energy. We are taught to love this taste from childhood. Get an 8, win the trophy, with the best of all. And that's wonderful. Sugar is necessary. It gives us the strength to move forward. But tell me, have you ever felt like you had too much sugar? When you run from goal to goal, but the joy keeps getting shorter. You reach the top, you stand there for a second, and instead of happiness, you think, what's next? Is this it? That is what I call a sugar coma. When we build a life only on achievements, it becomes sickly sweet. we turned into machines for producing results. And the scariest part is we start to think that we are loved only for this sugar, that if we stop being successful and efficient, we will become nothing, bland. Ask yourself right now, how much of this must is in your life? Does your own productivity make you feel sick? Maybe you're trying to bake a pie out of nothing but sugar, forgetting the flour and the eggs. And now let's talk about what we fear, about fat. In the world of diets, fat is an enemy. In the world of success, fat is laziness. It's inaction. We are ashamed to rest. Confess. Are you familiar with this feeling of guilt when you just lie on the couch, when you're watching a series and an animals whisper, you're wasting time? You could be learning English or working out right now. But do you know the secret of any chef? Fat is the conductor of flavor. Spices don't open up in water. They need oil. Vitamins are not absorbed without fats. A dish without fat is dry. It scratches your throat. It's impossible to truly feel full from it. In life, fat is your rest, your softness, your doing nothing. It is that very environment in which your experience dissolves. Your psyche cannot process life on the run. It needs time for peace, time for silence. It is in those lazy moments when you walk without goal or just look out the window that your knowledge turns into wisdom. It is in silence that the best ideas are born, not in stress, but in peace. Ask yourself, when was the last time you allowed yourself to be fed, to be slow, to be unproductive, not to recharge and to work again? That's a trap too. But just because you have the right to rest, you have the right to just be. And then there is salt, tears, sadness, loss, loneliness. We run away from these ingredients faster than any other. The whole world screams at us. Be positive, smile, don't move. We hide our tears. We are ashamed of our pain. It seems to us that if we are sad, it means we've broken down. It means we've lost. But try to imagine bread without a single pinch of salt. It's nothing. It's bland. Salt is a flavor enhancer. It is in contrast with salt that we feel the sweetness of life. A person who has never cried, who always wears a mask of everything is great. It's hard to be truly close to them, isn't it? There is no depth in them. Our scars, our experience of pain, our sadness, these are the things that make us multidimensional, that allow us to understand other people. Tell me honestly, do you allow yourself to be sad? Or do you immediately try to fix your mood? Eat it away, drink it away, drown it in work. what will happen if you allow yourself this pinch of salt? Just to say, yes, today I am sad, I am in pain, and that is okay. Tears wash the soul. They make the gaze clearer. Don't be afraid of salt. Without it, life becomes tasteless. And, of course, there is paper. Sharpness, acid, stress, challenges, risk, fear. Do we need this? Of course. A life of total comfort when nothing happens. That's boring. We begin to stagnate. We need drive. We need to be scared sometimes to feel alive. We need a challenge to feel our strength. But the main thing here is the proportion. Imagine eating chili by the spoonful or drinking vinegar by the glass. You will burn everything inside. Chronic stress, a constant race for survival. Adrenaline 24/7. That is exactly that kind of burn. We often confuse being alive with being on edge. How is it for you right now? Does your heart race with every notification? Do you flinch at phone calls? Maybe you avoided it with the paper. Maybe your dish desperately needs some milk and honey right now to put out this fire. I've told you about the ingredients, but knowing the theory is not enough. You need to understand what is happening in your kitchen right now. Let's do a practice. It will only take a minute. You don't need to do anything. Just sit comfortably. If you want, you can close your eyes or just look at me, whichever is more comfortable for you. Imagine your life today as a dish, like a huge bowl of soup or salad. Taste it mentally. What is there too much of right now? Maybe it's too sweet, too many tests, meetings, attempts to please everyone, to be good for everyone. Or is it all perfect? Are you burning? Are you in anxiety? Does everything inside you tighten with tension? Or maybe it's dry. You haven't rested for a long time. You haven't done anything for your soul. You feel like squeezed lemon. Acknowledge it. Don't scold yourself. Just note. Looks like I've over salted. Or looks like I forgot to add the oil. Now ask yourself, what am I desperately missing right now for the taste to become harmonious? Listen to the first thought that comes. It's usually the truest one. Maybe your body is asking for water and peace. That's the oil. Maybe you need to have a good cry or talk honestly with someone about your pain. Add salt. Or maybe you've been stuck in a swamp and you need a challenge, a bright impression, a journey. Add pepper. Or maybe you just need someone to tell you that you're doing great. A bit of sugar. Hear that answer. Your body is wiser than your brain. It knows the recipe. promise me one thing. Today, when the video ends, do one thing to add that missing ingredient. Something small. If you need peace, turn off your phone for an hour. Take a bath. If you need support, call a friend. If you need drive, turn on the music and dance. Don't try to change your whole life in one day. Just balance the flavor of today. You know, there is no universal recipe for happiness. Not a single guru, not a single book, not even I can tell you exactly how many grams to add, because you're unique. Your taste changes every day. Today, you need one thing, tomorrow another. Stop trying to be right. Stop trying to match someone else's recipe from Instagram. Be the head chef of your own life. Try things, experiment, and don't be afraid if sometimes it doesn't turn out perfectly. Even great chefs sometimes burn the milk. The main thing is don't eat what doesn't taste good to you, and don't force yourself to choke on the dry crusts of must when your soul is asking for a holiday. Take care of yourself. You're the most important guest at your own table. And may your life taste good to you. See you soon.